What is up, guys? Today we're talking about Destiny 2 and it only running at 30 frames per second on consoles, and that includes the PS4 Pro, but the Xbox Scorpio has not been confirmed yet. But people are assuming it's going to be 30 as well. But for PC, it can run 60 if you have a good enough PC.
Which will cost you between $1,200 to $1,800.
Which is a ridiculous amount of money to just be able to run this game that was made for consoles first off at what I think is what every game should be running at this point of 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
And that we shouldn't really be seeing 30 frames per second
It's
anymore.
2017.
And I'm personally disappointed in this quite a bit.
Yeah.
I was really hoping they would up this because this was my least favorite part of Destiny 1 was that it was only 30 frames per second and had that choppy look and feeling when you were moving or tried to move fast at all.
Mm-hmm.
So PC players, is this a benefit for PC, Clay?
I mean, for people that already own a PC that can run it at that at the specs that it needs to run at, then yeah. But if you don't, you're gonna have to pay between $1,200 and $1,800 for a desktop or whatever your laptops, which I wouldn't recommend doing, but that's another story. You're gonna have to pay between that price point to run it at medium to ultra settings. That $1,200 probably would run it at medium to high with some specs, some settings turned off. But if you want to run it at what a lot of people want to run games at now, because games at ultra do look beautiful, you'd have to pay probably about $1,800. This computer right here is $1,800, and it has a Intel Core i7 7700K, 16 gigabytes of DDR4, 2400 megahertz memory, a GTX 1070 with 8 gigabytes of RAM, GDDR5, and that's going to run you $1,800, and that's actually on sale right now.
Yeah.
Originally, it's $2,300.
Wow.
So
I mean, like, yeah, what you're saying, if you have that good of a PC, this could be awesome.
It'll be a great game.
You're going to get 4K at 60 frames or maybe even higher. They said it could run higher. And like a fantastic, just huge game, next gen complete, but
the majority of people don't have $2,300 to drop on
right
a desktop to play.
And I'm not gonna spend more than it takes to get my normal console to play these games. They should be able to make them in a way that they can be played smoothly and well at 60 frames per second.
I think the problem we're running into at this day and age is games are not more powerful, but more content is being added, graphics are being updated, and consoles are still
falling behind.
Yeah, they're falling behind because if you want to upgrade it to the point of being able to run these games at medium or high, you're now in PC price point, which begs the argument, why don't you just switch to PC?
Right.
You can have a PC, you're a college student or maybe kid or whatever, you now have a computer that you can do computer stuff on, browsing the web, internet and stuff. You can do a lot more. Yeah.
We got the internet.
But you can do all of that with a PC, and then you can also play games. So I think the problem we run into is consoles are either going to have to increase their components, make them more powerful, which brings you up to a higher level price, or game developers need to realize that consoles can't do that, and you need to continue to port the game specifically for a console.
What I think Bungie needs to do is take a look at EA and DICE and Battlefield, and that's sad that we're congratulating EA for anything, but
a good thing they've done in a while.
Yeah, but they're making Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4, which looks great on everything. It looks really good on PCs. You've played it on PCs.
Oh, yeah.
I have not played it on PC. I'd love to see that. I've only seen YouTube representation videos of it, but it still looks great on Xbox One and PS4. and it runs at 60 frames per second, has 64 players, vehicles, lots of stuff going on. And Destiny's excuse, sort of, officially, is just that they have too much going on in the game. They're trying to add more players, whether those be AI players or real players over the internet. They're trying to add, more explosions, ups graphics, everything. They just say it's too much for them to handle.
Well,
but
if it's too much, if you know it's too much, then
maybe
fix it.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have put that much in the first
if you know
place.
it's going to be too much for the newest consoles. The PS4 Pro is it's not even a year old yet.
Right, and it's already
Yeah.
seemingly they're calling it outdated by
Making a game that can't even run 60 frames per second.
exactly, and that's ridiculous.
Well,
like
we're not
this just
saying
came out.
The PS4 Pro is a bad console because I know Call of Duty I think Call of Duty runs out of that 60 frames
Oh
per
yeah,
second.
Call of Duty runs everything 60 frames per second.
We're just calling out Bungie on the fact that they've now made a game that can't even run on the newest consoles.
Mm-hmm.
So this is nothing against consoles because consoles the newest ones are going to run I'd say the Scorpio will run games comparative to a PC medium to high settings. Ooh, excuse me. Chocolate milk. The PS4 Pro runs games medium settings. I don't think they can quite get to the high level that you need, but medium is still fine. I play medium settings on my gaming laptop depending on what game I'm playing, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
It's in between. It doesn't look amazing, but it doesn't look terrible. It's good enough.
The overall theme is that you have to pick and choose your battles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And other companies have been able to do that well with the consoles at the power that they have. Bungie is not, whether it's putting too much into the game, and maybe that's going to make the game really good, and once we get it, we'll be okay having the 30. I just know that I really like 60, and I didn't like 30 on the first one, so I was really disappointed about this.
Yep.
And you have to pick and choose what you want to put in there, and if you want to push it all the way to 4 full K resolution on the PS4 Pro, maybe you should have considered dropping that to 1440p or 1680 or whatever some of those in-between resolutions are.
And there's been studies done that show that the human eye, although you can tell a difference between 1920 and 4K, that in-between point of 2560 by 1440p, the eye can't really tell a difference between that and 4K. Our eye cannot see, we see tiny details, yes, but we can't see that tiny of pixelation detail.
I think anything above 1080 already looks really good.
Yeah.
And
4K is nice, but even
my eye can clearly see the difference between 30
you have to
frames.
play 18. I mean, you can run some 4K games with a $1,200 PC, but it's only at like 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
To actually run a true game 4K native resolution, 60 frames per second or higher, you're looking at the 1800 price.
Oh yeah, you need really powerful systems.
2560 by 1440p is good enough.
Mm-hmm.
The human eye can't tell a difference. And I think to conclude this video, consoles either need to boost their components, or developers need to realize that consoles aren't powerful enough to run PC level statistics.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to know what you guys think. Leave your opinions in the comments below. If you're okay with 30 frames per second, that's fine. I know some people don't care about that. The game looking amazing is fine by them.
Yeah.
Which I love games that look beautiful, but at the same
Oh
time,
yeah.
I believe Bungie.
Like, we've always argued that it's more about the
Yeah.
gameplay than the looks.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to certain parts of the looks, now we're looking at trade-off with the looks. And me personally would take a lower res or an explosion that looks just maybe not quite as realistic and would have a smoother, higher frames per second, because I feel like that affects the gameplay more. That affects your kind of controls, affects the player's movement, and stuff that's important. So to me, I would completely take 60 frames at a lower res. Let me know what you guys think, because that's probably not everyone's opinion.
Yeah.
And otherwise, Bungie wouldn't have made the game like this.
And this is our opinion. We haven't played the game yet. There's no beta.
Right.
Maybe we'll feel different when it comes out. I don't know if you're gonna get it because
Yeah.
you're not really into Destiny.
I enjoyed it,
Yeah,
but
I got into it too late to actually enjoy it as much as my friends did because they were high level and stuff. But
yeah, that was my problem. Was
Yeah.
they were ahead of me, so
once it actually comes out, maybe we'll change our minds. But right now, we're not very happy with the fact that Bungie has made a game that can't run on the consoles that we have at what we want.
all right, guys. So thanks for watching, and let us know what you think. We'll see y'all in the next one, and we might go over some features of Destiny 2.